Hello everybody, it's me, NashNorf, aka Trey. I'm not dead. I'm here to make a video today showcasing a whole new set of NHL jerseys. I have 32 original concepts here to show, one for each team. Sorry for the lack of uploads. Have a 7-month-old at this point, so just been a little busy lately. But I've been working on some of these designs in my spare time. So without further ado, let's get started, and these are in alphabetical order. First up, we have the Anaheim Ducks, and as you can see, I opted to kind of go with their teal and orange color scheme. Pretty simple design, just went for some minimal striping, recolored the logo, went with a minimal Mighty Duck shoulder patch. Pretty straightforward. By the way, as always, if you don't really care to hear me explain all these designs, there should be an Imgur link in the description with just an album if you just want to look at them. But if you want to hear me elaborate on my designs, feel free to stick around or scrub through the video. I don't care what you do. All right, so we're going to kind of go through these pretty quickly. The designs, they are what they are. I don't need to elaborate too much. So next up, we have the Arizona Coyotes. In my head, I call this the sprinkle jersey. I don't really know what I was going for here. I think I was just going for something unique. I love their new jerseys. The Kachina jersey is great, but something about that deep maroon is very nice, and I really think I like it mixed with the purple and the cream color. So I just did a little recolor of the shoulder patch, went with the moon logo. I thought that was pretty cool as an idea for an alternate. I like the equipment being that tan cream color. That's pretty cool as well. Next up, we have the Boston Bruins. I call this one the Bumblebee jersey in my head. It's pretty sweet. I went with some really thin striping. I don't really know why or what my inspiration was for that. I think I just wanted to try something different. This jersey set doesn't really have a theme other than I wanted to try something different. I don't have a good marketing name for that. But yeah, I guess you could say that I kind of thought of all these as being third jerseys in a way. Just a little bear logo on the shoulder here. Pretty simple. Next up, we have the Buffalo Sabres. I don't really have a fun name for this one. I kind of think I call it like the Buffalo flag jersey because this design is prominent in the Buffalo flag for the city of Buffalo. Thought it made a nice little pattern design. It's definitely out there. I feel like this would be like a Stadium Series jersey if it was real. But solid brand. Always enjoy making a Sabres jersey. Next up, we have the Calgary Flames. Love their current jerseys. Think they have good jersey history. Liked how the Blasty jersey was black, so I just wanted to see what that would look like with a black jersey with a white C. And I kept the McDonald's color scheme as the stroke for all the black and white elements. I think it's a pretty sharp looking jersey. I think they could pull something off like this as a third if they didn't want to use Blasty. Kind of a more of a gimmicky brand identity. Next up, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. I like the idea that Tampa did with the Lightning, in their Storm alternate. Not like the old Storm, like the new one, that's like the gradient. I kind of was very inspired by that, as you can see by like the reverse of that essentially. But I like how storms are gray, especially like a hurricane, like a big, powerful storm. So I really wanted to use a gray heavy color scheme, and we know that Carolina looks good in black as well. So I figured, using the gradient, that one's funny. The gradient, kind of mimicking rain with the cloud color. I think this is one of my favorites in the set. I like how much thought I put into the design. And for anybody that says they don't like this, one square is a tropical storm. If I see another person comment that they like the one square better, I'm being meteorologically, if that's even a word, accurate. So don't be mad at me, be mad at meteorologists. I understand that one kind of looks better, but it's not the point. Next up, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. I've kind of made it known I'm not really a fan of this logo, but I think it's going to be like the Washington football team. It's going to be probably a long time before it changes. Whatever. The logo is what it is. It's what they're currently using, so I will probably continue to use it as long as it is the official logo. Again, I just wanted to be different here. I went with this kind of like interesting staged gradient wave pattern with just some simple black stripes. I don't know. I just kind of think I was inspired by the Atlanta Falcons third jersey for this one. They have similar color schemes. Really like that. Chicago always looks good with black, so I thought black equipment was really nice, as well as black striping and black numbers. Don't really have a specific reason for this design. I just thought it was cool. Next up, we have the Avalanche. I mean, come on. How have we not seen an Avalanche jersey like this? We love the burgundy, right? We love the silver. We love the blue. We have a primary blue in their current third, but, and I know this is a controversial take, I think that's the worst third jersey in the league. I mean, it's pretty decent. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any of the third jerseys are bad, right? But if I have to rank them, I think the current Colorado third, and I know if Neil is watching this video, he is probably shaking and crying. But I just don't really like it that much. I think it's kind of boring. But to see a blue jersey like this, beautiful. I think it should happen. If you want me to throw a different idea at you, put the Nordiques logo on this for the reverse retro Redux that are coming out. That'd look pretty good as well. Next up, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. I also think this is top 5 in this set for me. I could legitimately see the Blue Jackets using something like this. I mean, I did some custom logo work here, and other than me probably forgetting to erase this right here, I don't really know what's going on right here. That could have used a touch up. But I love this logo I created. Just the cannon inside the state of Ohio. Simple design, simple stripes, simple colors, but sometimes simple means clean, and I think this jersey is really, really clean. All right. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars. This one's a little out there. I'll go ahead and admit that right off the bat. But come on, man. Dallas, you know, it's an American city, all about the flag and the red, white, and blue. Green's cool for them. I like that they use green. More teams should use green. But to throw them an alternate, just red, white, and blue, like unapologetically Texan and American, why not? Why not? And I really love the stars and stripes in the shoulder. I feel like Team USA should do this. Like, you could really take the Dallas logo away and put USA on the front, and I think this would sell. Also, probably put the American flag there instead of the Texas flag. All right, next up, we have the Detroit Red Wings. A hard franchise to touch. I feel like I did a pretty good job respecting what Detroit does with their jerseys and offered a good solution. I think when you want a third jersey and you have a very strict jersey guideline, it's easy to go black. I feel like that's what every team does when they want to have a third jersey. I mean, look at the Tennessee Vols, unapologetically white and orange for years and years and years and years. The 2 successful times they've had a third jersey, it's because they went black. You can't go wrong with a black third jersey. I think Toronto could do it. The Rangers could do it, right? Like, any original 6 team could have a third jersey if they just made a black one. Next up, we got the Edmonton Oilers. If you guys know me, you know I love the oil drop logo. I think they should bring it back. I really do. Even if not just for a third jersey, but their current third jerseys are probably some of the best in the league. So, again, my idea for this set was just to be different. Obviously, gray, like a light gray equipment, that's pretty out there. And it's very orange. And I admit that this isn't my favorite in the set, but I think for the idea to try to be different, I did a good job in that regard on this one. You know, grayed out the Oilers logo in there as well. Kept their striping and their shoulder patch, rounded shoulder thing they got going on. You know, I kept all those elements the same. Essentially just a recolor and a re-logo. I think it looks pretty good. Next up, we got the Florida Panthers. And I mean, if any team gets away with a gradient, it's Florida. So if you look at this logo down here in the corner, I essentially just got rid of the shield and made it a standalone Panther head. If I could redo this, I'd probably trim this a little straighter right here. I didn't want to compromise the integrity of the logo too much, so I tried to leave as much of it as I could. You know, you got the red to the orange, like a sunrise, sunset looking gradient. It looks fantastic. Love that color. Just got the Florida flag in there, you know, with a nice, whatever this color is, like a beigey, browny, tan stroke accented throughout the uniform. You know, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I've been putting fun stuff on the pants on this one. You know, this one just says Panthers and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty decent. Next up, we got the LA Kings. I mean, come on. Everybody wants the Kings to have another purple uniform. That's not a reverse retro. I like their third jerseys this year. I just think they're a little safe. And obviously third jerseys usually stick around for about 2 to 3 years. I would love to just see them completely rebrand. Just go back to the purple and gold. You know, embrace their neighbors in the crypto.com arena, and just, that should be California's colors. They just need to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of gray in this one. And again, that is just from the notion of trying to be different. I could have just made the reverse retros again, but that's not very fun, is it? Next up, we got the Minnesota Wild. I really love how I did the stripes on this one. I think it emphasizes that Wild brand. You know, it kind of looks jagged, kind of like teeth or claws. Kind of matches the energy of the mouth and the Wild logo. I love cream. I think the two teams that use cream the most, and I love it, are Columbus and Minnesota, so they need to embrace it more. I could see this being like a stadium series, like they're the visiting team, like a stadium series jersey. Love the green equipment. Looks really good, I think. What did I put in the pants? Oh, it's State of Hockey. There you go, Minnesota. Next up, we have the Montreal Canadiens. This is also probably one of my top 5, so I have 3 top 5 so far. Love the gradient. I don't know what you can do to an original 6 team other than make it black, like I said, to come up with a third jersey. But I think something like this looks really good. I mean, forget the original 6 factor, forget the history of the jersey. Just look at this jersey set, this uniform set, and tell me that's not pretty cool. Like, I feel like if I saw a new NHL team with this kind of a jersey set, I would be in love with it. As you can tell, I like gradients. You've seen a few here, and that's kind of, again, the result of trying to be different. It always adds a unique twist to a jersey that people don't expect. Next up, I believe we have my team, the Nashville Predators. I have tons and tons of Predators concepts. The reason I even got into jersey concepts was because I don't really like the Predators jerseys as is. So I've designed probably damn near 50 Preds jerseys. And I think I've almost perfected like what I want. And I feel like this is what I want. Mostly navy, yellow accent, 6 strings in the brand guideline to symbolize a guitar. I've used this shoulder patch in every Preds concept I've made. This is a logo I made. It's a modification of the current shoulder patch, just without the NP and with 6 strings running through the middle. Recolored it a little bit as well. White font on the blue, yellow stroke. Looks good, y'all. I think if the Preds rebranded to this tomorrow, nobody would be mad. Smashville in the pants. Next up, we got the New Jersey Devils. Again, you can't really go wrong with black. I designed this before the jersey. So I probably honestly would have slapped that logo on here if I did it now, just with the right color guidelines. But I mean, we love New Jersey with green. We love New Jersey with black. So I feel like when I make concepts, more often than not, I go mostly black and green, and I make red the accent color. Next up, we got the New York Islanders. Pretty simple. It's kind of remnant of their current third jersey with some wavy stripes that I think are remnants of the Fisherman jersey without me daring to pull out the Fisherman. Orange equipment, which I feel like is pretty unique, in this custom shoulder patch I made, just Long Island in a circle. It kind of is from the normal logo, right? And I just took away all the elements. Nice, simple, minimal shoulder patch. Probably could be a little bit smaller. Maybe could be recolored, but trying to be unique here. So next up, we have the Rangers. You can't go wrong with Lady Liberty. You can't. I think most of them I try to be different. Obviously, like I was saying, original 6 is hard. Here, I think I just tried to knock out a Lady Liberty jersey. Or like most realistic thing I could see them doing. I'm not really sure what my template was doing here with the stripe on the pants. I think I need to work on that. Yeah, so I think I killed this one. I mean, it looks exactly what I would expect a new Lady Liberty, like a full-time third jersey to look like. Maybe the shoulder patches could go away. Maybe they could be smaller. Maybe they come up with a new shoulder patch. Who knows? Overall, I think this one's pretty good. Next up, we got the Ottawa Senators. I absolutely love when they do this like olive branch thing that's in their main logo. Looking at this now, after not having looked at this in a few months, admittedly, I feel like I could scoot these a little closer together, make the gold bar a little thinner. That might make it look a little bit cleaner. I did sneak one of them on the pants right here. It essentially is their reverse retro from last season, just with this element added on. I think it looks pretty good. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Flyers. Can't go wrong with them in black and orange. Again, a good combo. I did a custom shoulder patch for this one. Just a cracked Liberty Bell with the shape of Philadelphia and 76. I mean, it kind of is... it's kind of similar to those hats that got pulled, the baseball hats that had all the weird patches on it. I guess I was kind of inspired by that. But, you know, they don't have a big shoulder patch history, so I just tried to create something kind of unique to Philly and throw it on here. I think this one actually looks pretty good. It also, to me, looks like it would be like a Stadium Series jersey if it was real. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think everybody, I don't know about Pittsburgh fans, but I feel like everybody I know in jersey concepts and just that appreciate hockey would love to see the Robo Penguin come back. So I kind of took their third jersey from last season, not the Pittsburgh, new vertical Pittsburgh jersey, the one from last season, inverted the colors, added the Robo Penguin stripes, and just put the Robo Penguin in the middle. I think this looks pretty good. I think this would definitely sell if it was real. Next up, we got the San Jose Sharks. How can you not like the Sharks in gray? I mean, that gray and teal goes so well together with that accent copper color. Obviously, this is like a light jersey, so I don't know where it would exist outside of a specialty game, but I feel like if the NHL ever did away with home and away, you just had to have a light and a dark, this would be a beautiful, beautiful light jersey. Beautiful light jersey for them to use. I like how this one turned out. Of course, we got the newest team in the NHL on this list, the Seattle Kraken. Just used a different color from their brand guidelines and made a jersey that way. I think it's a very safe way for a team to do a third jersey. You know, if you have a couple colors in your scheme, just make one of your jerseys a different color. It's pretty straightforward, and I added the shoulder logo on the pants as well. Little secret Easter egg there. Next up, we got the St. Louis Blues. I really like two-tone blue. I'm a Titans fan. I live in Nashville, so St. Louis, even though, you know, they're mortal enemies of the Preds, both being in the Central Division, love their color scheme. Got a great brand guideline as well. I like when the middle logo is a dark blue, and I like this kind of lighter blue, and I love this shoulder patch with the trumpet on it. So I think I just added my favorite blues elements, did a color scheme I liked, and rolled with it. I think overall this one turned out pretty good. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning. So took the roundel logo that you see in their shoulder patch and tried to make it into a front logo, middle logo. Don't really love how this one turned out, admittedly, but again, trying to be unique, trying not to be simple, and I'm trying not to just make them the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is definitely a unique design. Again, I don't love it, don't hate it, but just me trying to be different. Next up, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs. This one's a little out there. In my head, I kind of call this one like the weed jersey because it kind of looks like, you know, pot leaves going around. I feel like this is something like a stoner kid would wear. It's like a fake Maple Leafs jersey or something, right? So yeah, kind of looks like an older Leafs jersey, and I think that's kind of cool. I don't know how much I love this, but again, it's just something different. I was kind of playing around with it and thought, you know what, that doesn't look too bad, so I just rolled with it. Sorry, Leafs fans, I know you're probably not gonna like this one. Next up, we got the Canucks. So, you know, green's a big part of their brand, but so is gray. So I just decided to drop the green, and this is kind of based on their third jersey, but I put the normal logo back on it. It's a lot of gray. It's kind of monotone. It's not very interesting, but it is different, which again was the goal of this set. But went ahead and just put the Millionaires logo on the shoulder because why the hell not? This jersey's already crazy. The numbers would probably be a little hard to read. I think if I would go back, I'd probably make them the same color as the whale because there technically is 4 colors on this jersey, and I probably should have utilized that more. Oh well. Next up, we got the Vegas Golden Knights. I think everybody wants to see a black or a red, like full time as a third. The gold one's interesting, but you know, those don't stick around forever. So when they retire the sparkly gold one, they're going to have to make a new one. And I think we'll see a black or a red full time. Obviously they already used that slate gray, so I guess they don't really need a black, but I thought it would be interesting. So that's what I went for here. And I believe this gold is sparkly. Yeah, if you get close enough, you can kind of tell. I made it sparkly gold, kind of like the current third jerseys use, and I even think I put it in the shoulder patch. I sure did. Next up, we got the Washington Capitals. Inspired by the Screaming Eagle jersey, I tried to do a nice modern take of it with the Weagle logo, which I think should be the Capitals logo full time. The Capitals' current logo just does not look good on a jersey. It's too wordy, it's too long, it's not like a good shape, whatever, right? Y'all have heard my piece on that. Went with a unique new striping I've never really seen before. Just kind of played around, found something I liked. Interesting thing here is there's no C Kind of went with like what Florida does, and I put the captain patch on the shoulder, kind of like what like a military would do. Thought that looked pretty cool. I got the DC stripes on the shoulder and on the pants, and this one is also in my top 5. Thought it was pretty good. Oh, and I should have mentioned that the Preds one was in my top 5, so if you're keeping track, all of my top 5 have already been said. I don't think I mentioned it on the Preds one, though. And then I believe this is the last one on the list. We have the Winnipeg Jets. Kind of went with what the reverse retro looked like, / just the retro jerseys in general. Recolored it in a way I like. Liked the red equipment. Thought that looked pretty solid. Red is in their guidelines, and I think they should use it more. It looks really nice. I think especially on like a third or a specialty basis. Kind of safe. You know, everybody loves that Jets logo. I like when they use their gray. I think they should use gray a lot more. That being said, that's all of them, guys. I hope you really like this jersey set. Again, feel free to check out the Imgur link in the description to look at them all side by side. If you guys have any ideas for like jersey sets, just comment below. Let me know which one you like the most. Let me know which one was awful. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. And yeah, I'm NashNorf. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and checking out my designs. I'm getting back in the swing and making them a little bit more and more as I settle in the routine of being a dad and figuring out the best time to design jerseys in between naps and stuff like that. You know, being a father is new to me. So thanks for checking me out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not, and like the video if you like the video. Thanks. Peace.